Hello and welcome to today's health education lesson. So first of all, guys, can we all turn to wave and say a big hello to our friends on camera? Hello. And we'll begin by doing our meditation sequence. So I will sit down, take 2 fingers, find our heart center, left hand on our laps, and close our eyes. When you're ready, guys, you can open your eyes and come back to the room. And next we'll do our stretch sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. And let's begin by stretching up high to the sky. And then go down and touch your toes. And then we can stand up, hands on hips. And let's have a wiggle side to side. Stop. And then another wiggle side to side. Stop. Forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards. And stop. And this time, let's go round and round. Round and round. Give our spines a nice stretch. And then stop. Back the other way. Round and round the other way. Round and round the other way. And stop. And to finish, we'll do 5 claps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in our previous health education lesson, we were learning about some of the different parts of our bodies. And in particular, there were 3 main groups. Who can remember? Excellent. Bones was the main one. All around our body, inside our bodies, we have a thing called a skeleton. And the thing that makes up our skeleton is our bones. So let's write the word bones on the board first of all. B-O-N-E-S. And bones are all around our bodies, make up our skeleton. But then we need something else. For our bones to move, they need power. And does anybody know what gives our bodies power so we can move our bones? Excellent. Remember, inside our bodies, you can feel the fleshy parts of our bodies. This is our muscles. And it's our muscles that allow our bones to move. Our muscles give us the power to move our bodies. And muscles is M-U-S-C-L-E-S. Muscles. Now, the third part of the body, and another very important part, is the place where 2 bones meet. For example, here is my elbow. My 2 arm bones meet in the middle, And this part here is where I can move my elbow. Does anybody know what this part of our bodies is called? A joint, yes. The parts of our bodies where two bones meet is what we call a joint. We have them in our arms for our elbows. We have them in our legs with our knees. Our hands and fingers have lots. We have lots of joints where our bones can meet and move. And the places where our bones meet are called joints. Joints. So all together, guys, bones, muscles, and joints. So who can tell me a part of their body where they have bones? Arms, excellent. We have bones in our arms. Anywhere else? Legs, of course. S, because we have two arms and we have two legs. So, how about one more? Let's think. Think about our head. Do we have bones in our head? Yes. Remember the part of our skeleton, the bones that protects our head. Remember the word? Skull. Yes, the hard part of our head is our skull. And this bone is very important because this is where our brain is. Our skull protects our brain because our brain is very important for us to live. So examples of bones: arms, legs, and skull. Many other different types. Now guys, thinking about muscles, where do we have muscles on our bodies? Face, yes. Remember the scary picture from the last lesson when we could see the face with no skin? All of the pink fleshy parts was face muscles. So our face is a good example of muscles. Any other ideas? Where else do we have muscles on our bodies? Of course, a little clue, wherever we have bones, what do we need to move our bones? Muscles. So wherever we have bones, we've got to have muscles too. We have muscles in our arms. We have muscles in our legs. So let's think. Arms. Legs. L-E-G-S. But can anybody think of a different part of our bodies where we have muscles? Thinking back to the last lesson. Face, arms, legs. Now where else do we have some muscles? Feet. Okay, feet, we do. We have muscles on the inside of our feet. F-E-E-T. Excellent. So for muscles in our face, arms, legs, and feet. Now thinking about joints. Let's think. Remember, joints is the place where two bones meet. I've gave you one example. Okay, we'll go with knee first. Here we have two leg bones. And in the middle of my leg, where they meet, is my knee. K, N, E, E. Exactly. The example that I gave you guys earlier, elbow. E, L, B, O, W. And then, what about this part here? Shoulder. Yes, our shoulder is a joint. S, H, O, U, L, D, E, R. And then I heard again, I heard finger. Yes, finger actually has lots. We have the joints of our fingers are what we call knuckles. How many do we have? We have 1, 2, 3. We have 3 different joints in our fingers. You see the way we can bend our fingers 3 times? We have 3 joints in our fingers. So that means lots of different bones. So excellent example, finger. So some really good example, guys. Let's practice speaking one more time. Bones in our arms, legs, and skull. Muscles in our face, in our arms, in our legs, and in our feet. And as for our joints, we have joints in our knee, elbow, shoulder, and fingers. And these are the three main parts of our bodies that make up what you can see now. So excellent, guys, very well remembered. And what we're going to look at in today's lesson is, because each part of our bodies that we've learned about already are very important, we need to understand how we can take care. Every time we do some form of activity, or even during our daily lives, we need to make sure we take care of our bodies. And when we do certain things, there are special things we can do to make sure our bones, our muscles, and our joints are protected. Now, can anybody think of any examples? What do you have to do sometimes to protect yourselves? When you see people riding a bicycle or a motorbike, what do they sometimes, or what should they have on their heads? On heads, when we ride a motorbike or ride a cycle, we should wear a helmet. Yes, and the reason we wear the helmet, if we have an accident, we need to protect our skull. Yes, because our skull protects our brain. So we need something to protect our skull, because it's one of the most important parts of our bodies. But how about, guys, does anybody ride a skateboard? Has anybody ever been on a bicycle or a skateboard? Because what we sometimes have to do with skateboards is we have to wear protection on our joints, our knees, and our elbows. And what we have to do is wear protective pads. So in today's lesson, we're going to look at the protective measures we can take to take care of our bones, muscles, and joints. And now we've got a PowerPoint presentation for our students to observe and listen to, and also practice speaking too. So let's turn to look at the TV screen, guys. So let's take a look at our PowerPoint presentation, taking care of our bones, muscles, and joints. Without our bones, muscles, and joints, we will not be able to move. Yes, you can see in our picture here, guys, this is what we call our skeleton. And our skeleton is what makes up all of our bones. But then we know our bones can't move by themselves. What needs to happen is that we need to have things called muscles that surround our bones, so that when we want to move our bones, they can do. Therefore, it is important that we take good care of our bodies. Yes. Whenever we do any physical activities, we always need to make sure to take care. Even certain things, just like walking, we need to make sure we wear protective shoes so our feet don't get hurt. Always use the correct protective equipment for activities. Yes, and in this picture here, does anybody know what sport this is? Not football. Not basketball, hockey. This is the goalkeeper in hockey, and very dangerous, because in hockey they have a hard ball, and people try to hit the ball hard into the goal. So the goalkeeper has to wear padding, a helmet, everything, because if the ball hits the body, it will break bones. So the goalkeeper in hockey, you can see pads on the legs, pads on the arms, helmet on the head and face. And there will be protective padding on the body too, so that wherever the ball hits, there's no pain. We should always wear a helmet when we ride a bicycle or motorbike. Yes, remember earlier when I said about the skull? The skull is the part of the skeleton that protects the brain. And sometimes we need to protect it even further. So when we ride a bicycle or a motorbike, we need to wear a helmet. That way, if we have an accident, our skull is protected. Also, use wrist supports, elbow and knee pads for skateboarding. Yes, because people who like skateboarding, sometimes they fall off. And the parts of our bodies that can get hurt are our knees, our elbows, and our wrists. They're what we call the joints. So you can see they wear protective padding on the joints. And again, the helmet to protect our skull. Drink lots of milk to provide your body with calcium. Yes. Remember what we've said in previous lessons about calcium. Calcium is an excellent source of milk. And especially you guys, when you're still growing, drink milk every day, because it helps your bones and your bodies to develop. But young people can drink milk, and so can old people too. It has benefits for everyone. Another good source of calcium, low-fat cheeses and yogurts are also a good source of calcium. Yes, you can see here the different types of cheeses. Here we have yogurts and also butter and another yogurt and milk. All of these types of foods are excellent to eat and drink because they provide the body with calcium. Make sure you get plenty of exercise to help your bodies develop. Yes, especially for you guys, because you're children, you're still growing. You need to help your bodies to develop. You need to have physical exercise every day. That's why in our classes we do stretching routines so that it helps your bodies to be active, so that your muscles, your joints, and your bones grow properly. And take time to play sports and other active games with friends. One of the best ways and most fun ways to exercise is with friends, by playing games or sports that we enjoy. Who knows what this is here? Anybody know what this? Hula hoop. Yes. Anyone play the hula hoop? Fun and good exercise too. How about skipping, basketball, yoga, tennis? All of these are different games and sports and fun to play and good for you to exercise. And finally, and maybe most important, get plenty of rest and sleep every night to refresh your bodies. Can anybody remember how many hours sleep each night should you get? 10, yes. 8 hours for adults like me. I should get 8 hours. But you guys, your brains, your bodies are still growing. You need more sleep. You need 10 hours every night. Any questions, guys? Okay, that was excellent. Well done. And now it's time for our stretch sequence. So let's stand up, guys, and push in our chairs. And for this sequence, we'll have a game of Teacher Says. So let's listen carefully. If Teacher says, we can do. If Teacher doesn't say, don't do. So hands on head. Touch your knees. Arms in the air. Teacher says, arms in the air. Arms down. Arms in the air. Teacher says, arms down. Teacher says, turn around. Teacher says, turn back the other way. And back the other way. And now teacher says, walking on the spot. Stop. Teacher says, jogging on the spot. Stop. Teacher says, stop. Teacher says, into a little ball. Teacher says, stand up. Teacher says, stand up. Teacher says, into a ball. Teacher says, stand up. Into a ball. Teacher never said. Teacher says, into a ball. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jump! Excellent, guys. Excellent. Have a seat. And now it's time for our flashcard part of the lesson. And what we're going to be doing is looking again at how to take care of our bones, muscles, and joints. So let's write that phrase on the board first, guys. Take care of our bones, muscles, and joints. So all together, take care of our bones, muscles, and joints. So what we've got now is a flashcards activity where teachers, what you need to do is print out the flash sheets and separate the vocabulary from the pictures. We're going to introduce the vocabulary and put it on the board. Then our students have to match the correct pictures with the vocabulary. So first of all, guys, let's look at the vocabulary. First of all, we have take care of ourselves. Okay, so remember, if you have the picture that relates to this, match it to the correct vocabulary. Then, the next one, sleep and rest well. Yes. Exercise regularly. Yes. So we'll put our vocabulary across the board to create different columns. And then our next one, drink lots of milk. Yes. Play sports and games. Yes. Use protective equipment. Yes. Wear elbow and knee pads for skateboarding. And finally, wear a helmet for riding a bike. Yes. So what we'll do now is we'll ask our students to close their eyes. And when they wake up, one of them will have a picture. And we can introduce the pictures and try to match them to the correct vocabulary on the board. Okay, and the first picture is with Nadia. So Nadia, can you bring your picture to the front of class, please? And let's have a look at Nadia's picture. What can we see here, guys? Excellent. You can see in our picture here, the two people are drinking milk. And one excellent way to take care of our bodies, particularly our bones, is to drink lots of milk. So can you find the correct and place it there? Excellent, Nadia. Well done. So all together, drink lots of milk. Excellent, Nadia. High five. Big round of applause. Now for the next flash picture. So let's see who can go next. And now it's with Net. So Net, bring your picture forward. Let's see if we can guess what picture this is for. What do we think, guys? Remember the hockey goalkeeper? It's a sport, but what is the hockey goalkeeper wearing lots of? What do they have to do? Use protective equipment. You can see all of the equipment on the body. When we play some sports and games, we need to protect ourselves. So Net, can you place it here? Excellent. Use protective equipment. Excellent, Net. High five. Big round of applause for Net. So now, teachers, you can pause the video in your class, and what we can do is play on further with your own students. And we're going to carry on playing here for the next 10 minutes or so. And then we'll come back for the worksheet activity. So now, guys, let's see who will go next. And now it's time for Dawn to bring her flashcard to the front of class. So let's have a look at Dawn's flashcard. What can we see? What do we do lots of? Exercise regularly. Excellent. So Dawn, can you place this one underneath? Yes, we'll have one up and one down. So all together, guys, here, exercise regularly. High five and a big round of applause for Dawn, please, guys. And now the next flashcard. And the next flashcard is with Prel. So Prel, bring it forward and see if we can have a look at what this flashcard represents. Try to think back to the PowerPoints. What do we need to do, guys? Take care of ourselves. Be careful not to fall off the rock. What would happen if our person fell off? Ourselves. Yes, so we can place this one over here. And place it underneath, please, Prel. Excellent. So we can say together, take care of ourselves. Yes, even when we're out walking or doing little activities, be careful not to fall anywhere or hurt ourselves. Prel, excellent. High five and a big round of applause for Prel. And now it's Bangpon's turn. So Bangpon, bring your flashcard to the front of class. Yes, you can see lots of sports and games. A very good way to take care of our bodies is to lead an active lifestyle. One of the funnest ways to do it, sports and games. So let's see, can we play? Yes. No, place it below. That's it. Play sports and games. Excellent, Bangpon. So all together one more time, guys. Play sports and games. Excellent, Bangpon. Well done. High five and a big round of applause for Bangpon. Next one. Let's see who's next. And now to with Lakgao. So what do we need to do, guys, when we're riding our bicycles? On our heads, what do we wear? Wear a helmet, yes. For, on top, please. On top, please, Lakgao. Thank you. So we can say, wear a helmet for riding a bike. Yes, because if we fall off our bicycle, if we hit our heads, our skulls and brains could get damaged, and that would be very bad. So Lackow, excellent. High five and a big round of applause for Lackow. And the next flashcard is with Pat. So this time we're not talking about riding our bikes, we're talking about playing something else. Can anybody remember what this is? Skateboard. And what do we need to wear on our elbows and our knees? Knee pads for skateboarding. Yes. In case we fall off a skateboard, we could hurt our elbows and knee pads too. So wear elbow and knee pads for skateboarding. Pat, very good. High five, big round of applause for Pat. Final flashcard. Let's see who it can go to. It's with Pak Bung. So Pak Bung, come and join me at the front of class. And let's see, what does everybody do at the end of the day when we're tired? What do we need? Rest. Yes, we need to sleep and rest well. So Pak Bung, can we place this one above here? We all need to sleep and rest well, guys. 8 to 10 hours every night. And Pak Bung, that was brilliant. High five, big round of applause for Pak Bung. So guys, now we have our pictures with the correct vocabulary. Let's practice speaking one more time. Take care of ourselves. Sleep and rest well. Exercise regularly. Drink lots of milk. Play sports and games. Use protective equipment. Wear elbow and knee pads for skateboarding. And wear a helmet for riding a bike. That was brilliant, guys. Very well done. Now it's time for our worksheet part of the lesson. So teachers, make sure all of our students get their own worksheet. And as you can see, there is a series of 8 sentences, all with words missing. The missing words are in our word box. So what our students need to do is to read the sentences and using the examples from the PowerPoint and the Flash activity, put the correct words with the correct sentences. But what's the first thing to do, guys? Put our names on top and then give our students around 12 minutes and help them with anything they need. So Lackow, this one's for you. You're welcome. Prau, here's yours. You're welcome. Down, you're welcome. Net, this one's for you. You're welcome. Nadia, here's yours. You're welcome. Pat, for you. You're welcome. Pak Bung, you're welcome. And Chu, this one's for you. So guys, read the sentences and try to answer. Without our bones, muscles and joints, we wouldn't be able to move. We can't move without our bones, muscles and joints. Remember, they're the 3 parts of our bodies that help us to move. It is important take good care of our bodies. It is important we take good care of our bodies. Again, sorry. Always use the correct protective equipment. Protective equipment is things like helmet, elbow pads, knee pads, wrist support. And for some sports, even a face mask. Equipment. But a protective equipment can be other things. Like in a car, we should wear a seatbelt. When we ride a bicycle or motorbike. Correct, Claire, well done. We should always wear a helmet. Whenever we ride a bicycle, and especially if we ride a motorbike, helmet. Even if you only go a short distance, you could fall off any time. Wrist supports, elbow and knee pads for skateboarding. Drink lots of course, drink lots of milk. We should, what should we do regularly, Pakbung? Exercise. What do we do every day in class? Exercise to help our bodies develop. That's why we do every day in class. We should sleep and rest. Sleep and rest well. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the worksheet activity where they had to complete the sentences with the correct missing words based on what we've learned in the lesson today. And now we're going to practice speaking together. So ready, guys? Without our bones, muscles and joints, we would not be able to move. It is important that we take good care of our bodies. Always use the correct protective equipment for activities. We should always wear a helmet when we ride a bicycle or motorbike. We should use wrist supports, elbow and knee pads for skateboarding, and a helmet too. Drink lots of milk to provide our bodies with calcium. We should exercise regularly to help our bodies develop. And finally, we should sleep and rest well every night to refresh our bodies. Guys, that was brilliant. Very well spoken. And that's all we've got time for today. So we hope you've enjoyed the lesson and now understand more about taking care of our bones, muscles, and joints. And we'll see you again soon for the next lesson. So bye-bye. See you again next time.